So today we're gonna do a Matilda Djerf inspired thrift flip. So we all know and love Djerf Avenue, or maybe you're new to the brand, but it is just, I feel like the hallmark of coastal, breezy, effortlessly chic, flowy, blowing in the wind pieces that just look really good on the body. And I kind of wanted to create something that felt coastal grandma inspired, but editorial. Today we are going to be doing a thrift flip of a pair of pants that I got secondhand from the thrift store for $6. These pair of linen pants. I actually found them in the pajama section, and they have this wide white like maternity waistband or a Y2K waistband, but they were $6, and I thought, hey, I could turn this into something way more Djerf Avenue inspired. So we're gonna work on that today, and I wanted to kind of take you behind the scenes. This is the brand. It is called Green Dragon, made in California. Also, I love this shade of green, very spring, but this is it. Green Dragon, made in California. Nobody's gonna hire me to sing anytime soon. One more quick thing before we dive in. I wanted to give a quick rundown of the outfit. This is just a little baby tee from Brandy Melville. I got this in Miami. This is actually a 100% merino wool crew neck sweater. It's sort of a dupe. I thrifted it. It's 100% merino wool. It's sort of a dupe of the Row Ophelia sweater. Obviously not 100% because it's thrifted. These are my wide leg jeans that are Abercrombie that I thrifted in Miami. All of my jewelries, my vintage Seiko watch, which we talked about in a prior video, and these earrings. These earrings are literally the star of the show today. I'll show you up close. Ooh, how cute. These are my great aunts, and my great aunt was the inspiration for one of the main characters in Love Letters I Can't Send. On the topic of fashion, another styling tip I actually got from Alison Bornstein, and basically everybody on the internet right now, is to tie a sweater around your waist. This is kind of like an easy way to add a third piece, and also to dress in 3 colors. And 3 colors just looks a little bit cleaner in a photo. It's actually a tip I got from Coco Beauté is the handle. She's based out of the UK, but she often wears outfits in 3 tones, and I've always pinned her outfits as well for years, and I love her sense of fashion, but she always has the 3 colors going on. So that's just another little tip I like to use. Okay, let's get into the thrift flip. So one of the things we're gonna use today is an elastic. This is something I wanted to pass off to you if you are at all crafty or thrifty. So say you have a pair of shorts that you're no longer wearing. I would recommend you can save the cotton for scraps or for rags, but if you have a good piece of elastic that still has excellent stretch, I would cut this off and save this, because so many times you could be using a little bit of elastic, and if it already fits your waist, boom, done, and you don't need to buy any more. And you kind of can really reduce, reuse, recycle. So I had a pair of little extra shorts, and I had saved the elastic waistband, and that is what is going into today's pants. My theory was pretty simple. Basically, I cut off an old piece of elastic, which I had. As you can see, this is the old elastic shorts, and I'm putting it in, and I'm basically rolling over the fabric and folding it down. And now we have more of a rolled look. And now I'm just gonna try to sew it over. Basically like that. Except, of course, the sewing machine does not like this soft jersey fabric. I basically went in and hand sewed. I had to hand stitch up there to bring it in. But when flushed against the body, it looks pretty good. Maybe it took me an hour to do the whole thing. Okay, so this is the pant hung up on a hanger to show you, and this is the butt. This is from behind. We have hit a bit of a design conundrum because the original waistband was about double the width, right? And we've currently taken it down to half, but we still have this waistband. And the problem is that I cannot get rid of it, even though that's what I didn't like in the first place. You know, there's that old song, you can't always get what you want. And we are living that here with these white linen pants today. So from the butt, if you want to have a high waist, you got to have enough fabric here to allow for your buttocks region, unless you wanted a low rise pant, right? But we had to have sort of a wide backing to accommodate both a high rise style and to have enough space in the butt to sit down adequately. Next, it's gonna be hemming the bottom. I'm gonna just do like a straight cut off and then do a zigzag to mimic a serge, and then basically fold them in twice and sew it down. I have successfully chopped off that bottom hem, and now we're gonna go in and serge it. This is truly my grandparents' vintage Singer sewing machine. It is a beast. But anyways, I'm just gonna turn it to a wider stitch, put this little sergy doodad on, and go for it. I thrifted this bronze lamp, by the way, $20, and it's solid brass, made in Canada. I turn it on when it's dark in here to get some extra light. Oldest trick in the book. There was no more thread on the bobbin, so let's refill it. Okay. Bobbin this back in. And as you can see, it's making a nice serge. Fabulous. Now I have 2 pant legs fully serged. There is a bit of linen coming out as it's not a proper serger. Okay, so these are still super low-key long, even with the like 2 inches cut off. So I'm just gonna go do a little DIY pin. I'm just gonna pin down about 3/4 of an inch on each side, just to sort of get this stitch down. Because there is such a wide leg on these, I wanna make sure these are folded down and we're like taking in the allowance of the extra fabric as we go. I've done several pant hems myself before. It's just much easier if you sew down one and then fold it and sew it down a second time. Obviously, if I was pro, I could do it all in one go, but it's just harder. And we're off. And here's where we're at. One piece folded in. Somehow this got weirdly messed up, but we're gonna be doing that. One more fold in from here, and it's all gonna look way better. Okay, so I have these on with a shoe. Like, if I scooch around to the back, I mean, we're just covering. So we're just gonna like an eyeball about another 3/4 an inch up. I'm straight up pinning these myself. I'm gonna just be eyeballing it. Obviously, it's a lot easier to do with somebody else pinning them for you, but sometimes you gotta work with what you got. All right, these are pinned. They sit just a little bit off the floor. Look at that, you can't even tell. Wow. Wow. All right, the pins are in. Let's do the final sew. What a beautiful stitch. Okay, I did low-key make a bit of a dip in here, but in the wise words of Hannah Montana, nobody's perfect. All right, now I've got 2 beautifully hemmed pant legs. Let's look at the sewing work up close. So, waistband. Looking pretty good. And these bottoms, looking pretty good. Those are pretty clean lines if you ask me. Are they perfect? No. Are they clean? Yes. Can anybody tell other than me and you? No. Nobody's gonna be like looking at your pant hems really close up. Another tip I have for you when thrifting is if you wanna know if something is linen or not, is to basically do the scrunch test. Take a corner and grab it and squeeze it. If it crinkles like that, that means it's linen. Obviously you can tell up close from the hashing. Linen has that natural markings like this and then across, as you can see. But if it sort of smooths out when you scrunch it, that means it's usually blended. But if it holds the scrunch really well, and you can see all the creases, that's how you know it's linen. Really handy, especially when you're thrifting vintage, what's it called? I think it's called damask, vintage damask. It's like a cotton linen blend that's used a lot in vintage tea towels and tablecloths. I have a piece kicking around in the back. Let me go get it. Okay, so this is vintage damask. You will see this a lot at thrift stores. It's very granny core. So there's all the little detailings you see in the lace, and some of this is done by hand. But this is the kind of stuff that would never have like a garment tag or any kind of materials tag. So this is the kind of stuff where the scrunch test comes in handy. And this was just like a little tablecloth thing I got. That's cute. So let's get to the final result. The pants are looking pretty good. They have that billowy, loose silhouette that I really like. And I've intentionally hem these to be short to sit with a pair of sandals or flip-flops or Birkenstocks, because that's realistically the proper use case for this pants for me. But Matilda Djerf and I both love a kitten heel slingback, so we're gonna go with that for the little video. Lastly, I do wanna say this is not the most dramatic thrift flip of all times, but it's a practical and realistic one. And this is basically me taking a pair of pants that were kicking around the thrift store for a long time and giving them a new life. Overall, 2 thumbs up.
I've been going out of my way for us, and I'm not okay. The sun ain't gon' shine all day. Can't wait to see it on your face. Girl, you know, gotta do better than walking, I'm dodging the surface.